Hello there, once again, it's Santon from Anton Bay, and another piece of Target clearance I picked up the last time I was there. Princess of Power Hordak. This is a very well done Hordak figure. Lots of accessories, deluxe packaging, deluxe accessories, all that stuff. 30 points of articulation, and they had marked this guy down. My photo booth is so small. Was $32.99, now $9.89. So a heck of a deal on this guy. They had a pile of them. I had to look around a while to find him. I didn't even see him while I was shooting video there. It wasn't until after I was like, oh my gosh, there's Hordaks under here, and they're cheap. So anyway, wasn't gonna pass on that. Pretty cool packaging. I'm not into this line. I haven't bought any of these. I do have a She-Ra that I picked up from Target just because it's She-Ra, and it is one of the vintage lines that, not a vintage line, but a vintage product, what's the word, property that I do still keep an eye on every now and then, see what they make. Get this out of the box here. And it looks like they give him the vintage style crossbow. You ever had one of these growing up? Which I did. He came with this doinky crossbow that like would pull back and hook, and if you pushed it, it'd jump out a little bit, like this far. Just push and knock people down, other figures down. I thought it was cool when I was little, so the fact that he comes with a facsimile of that is pretty great. No paint on that shield, but looks pretty good anyway. Looks like we get a big old energy effect. Some sort of a claw hand. A scratchy finger hand. A grabbing hand. A full-on arm. Because Hordak can always, he has like one arm that he can like change. Let's see if we can get him out of here without destroying nothing. There we go. So yeah, that was one thing I always thought was weird, is like most Hordak figures never has the option to make his hand this like blaster thing. And it is something he does occasionally, because he just makes his hand a blaster. Now the only place where this gets a little weird for me is the face sculpture does not look very Hordak to me. It's bat-like, but it's not, I don't know, something about it looks really different than what I'm expecting. So I don't know how I feel about that. Oof, stiff joints. He does come with a claw webbed feet thing, which, you know, I really struggle. I don't think he actually had those. Kind of like when they made the Skeletor figures back in the day, he always had these like webbed clawed feet. He doesn't. He doesn't in the cartoon. He never did. He just wears boots, like normal boots. Pretty sure the same with Hordak. And of course, the relationship between Hordak and Skeletor, pretty well established if you ever watched the show. I always thought Hordak was much more successful of a bad guy, but Skeletor is definitely more horrifying. But Hordak with his horde always was, like I said, much more successful at his villainous undertakings. He had actually conquered the world. So, you know, as far as villains go, he had it going on. Skeletor is better, but Hordak is probably still more successful on paper. And he seems to be fairly well articulated. I would compare him to Marvel Legends usually. That's how these things roll around. Even though he is a Mattel, he's got pretty decent ab crunch. And there's something a little wonky going on because this is like all a rubber shield around a flexible torso. So you can't really get tons of movement, but there is some flex to it because this is just an overlay on that. Other than that, he's pretty much your typical Marvel Legends type articulation. Double jointed knees, all that good stuff. His ankles seem a little thin or odd or something. Something about them seems a little disjointed for me. But let's see if we can get him to stand relatively easily. Not too bad. I would expect it to be a little easier with those feet. And get your red cape flowing in the breeze there. He doesn't look too bad at all, really. Already looked at his accessories. His other arm he comes with matches his existing arm. So, I mean, you can see there is a difference. When you switch that out, you're gonna have a different look on that arm. But, you know, I would not have been into this guy for 32 bucks at all. No way. But for less than 10 bucks, oh yeah, I'm definitely involved. Oh, and that makes that better. So let's get a little bit of a pose here. I ain't mad at that. Not at all. There you go. Pretty sweet figure. For like less than 10, do it. I highly recommend it. Big She-Ra fan. And of course, you know, this just goes right with that. So anyway, that's my story. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.